Alright guys, that is all for today. I hope you are as happy as I am with the ranking.
This is terrible. And so I'm gonna make my own tier list. Albatross Island. Okay, I agree. It's a bit grey, but like, did you not hear the theme? This is my fourth favorite theme in the game, which I'm definitely gonna rank the OST for another time, so I can replay the game. And I do appreciate the kind of cold beach with the rubble and all the boxes and everything. You wouldn't necessarily call it the Paradise Sands beach. It feels nice for a prison. Like the basketball court, it's like, yeah. So I will place it in mid tier. Apollo Island is excellent. It's a huge island. Obviously, you can't really live there, but there's a huge science center, spaceship. It's pretty cool. For livability, it would be pretty cool to build a house there. I guess all the smoke and everything coming from it wouldn't be that good. So we'll put it in here. Auburn Bay. You hated on this and did not care to give an explanation. This is completely wrong. I adore Auburn Bay. It's like a better version of Cherry Tree Hills. Honestly, the winding streets with all the ramp jumps is just amazing. There's so much to do in terms of like free runs. So honestly, this gets us S tier. Bluebell National Park. This is honestly just getting an S tier. Is amazing. Tons of locations. The dojo, the park itself, just a nice forest, a bunch of camping bits. It's just nice. It's about the mountains, so it's pretty nice. Bright Lights Plaza. Basically, Times Square. I do like this location. It has a lot of the kind of lower level shops that you would like unlock all the characters and find all the free run locations. And speaking of free runs, there's actually a very good district for free runs. Now, living in Bright Lights Plaza could be a hassle, but there are very nice parts. Near Crescent Park is honestly one of the best locations. So I'll place this in B tier. Cherry Tree Hills. You hated on this, but if you think about it, when you say you only use it to leave, if you drive around, which I did, I actually took my time to drive around the parts you don't really drive around when you're just trying to leave. It's actually a very interesting street around like the burger place, and there's a giant buildings from like the very first chapter, second chapter of the game where you can scale them on the rooftops. It's actually very, very good. It's a very sick place in the backyards with the trampolines, honestly. And as livability goes, this is very S tier. Crescent Park. Honestly, one of my favorite locations. Driving around is really fun. I think it's one of the best places for achieving 100% late game, and I think it's just so open space. And then the treehouse you would go to, and all the areas around the docks and the big teacup cafe is really, really cool. And livability, it's perfect. It's giant parks of waterfall. It's pretty sick. So I'll place this in B tier. Downtown. He actually gave an explanation as to why he hates downtown, but honestly, I don't see it. He actually hates it because it's grey, ugly, whatever. Obviously, you would kind of hate on it because it's a kind of drive-by district. It does have cool buildings where you go under the apartments and through the tunnel to King's Court. But all in all, I might agree with this. I'll place it in there. Festival Square. Honestly, I don't really like it because you always just drive by it. It's the giant balloons that kind of take me off, and it's a lot of open, empty space, and it's basically just a main road to get to the east side of the map, as I just said. Oh, it has a cool playground. Or is that Pagoda? I don't know. Fort Meadows, Cowboys, Season 2 Expanding Craft, Wild West, not really Wild West. Honestly, actually one of my favorite locations in story mode. Views are incredible, and there's also Mount Cashmore. So, living on the farm, it would be sick, and you're right next to Bluebell National Park. Also, that's where you get the horse. That's like the most indestructible vehicle in the game. So, I will place this in this tier. It's beautiful, but not really livable, because it's not farms and stuff. King's Court, the King's Court. Now, I agree with what Lego City Undercover Facts, wait, what's his name again? Fun Facts LCU said. He said it's a very cool, like, older kind of old town area. Pretty old. Honestly, they would sell really good Cheez-Its at the cafe. So also has a Blackwell Tower, which is a pretty big part of the story. As a location, it is obviously drive by to Paradise Sands and Fresco for all you Fresco and Paradise Sands loving. I love it. It's an amazing location. It has the docks going to Apollo Island, and it's very, very epic. So I will place it in S tier as well. Lady Liberty Island. As a place, it's not really much to do. It's more of a tourist attraction. It's a nice cafe. It wraps around quite nicely, but yeah, you won't really live there. But it's a really nice place to visit. But I don't know. It's pretty empty, to be fair. It's actually a pretty empty location. So I'll place it in horrid tier. Well, I'm so far away from my screen I can't see. And Fun Facts LCU rated Lego City Airport in the pit tier. I harshly disagree with. Now, there's actually for a few reasons. There's the cafe, which is the giant kind of... It's actually a pretty big cafe for the amount of cafes in the game. It's pretty huge. The airport itself is pretty cool. It's packed with a lot of unlockables. And, more importantly, the parking lot. I should do a car tier list, so I can replay the game again. But it being next to Uptown is also a pretty good spot, actually. And it's next to Fresco, so you guys win this one. Pagoda, the Chinatown. Honestly, I don't like it. Few reasons. It's a big mismatch. There's a giant temple, from what I remember. There's the smaller, more cramped streets, and then there's just a line of apartment buildings along the mountains or whatever. It's very open as parts as well. And then there's the playground, which kind of messed up my perception of the festival square area, and it's just kind of a mess, but all in all, livability, pretty good. As a location, I don't like it, but it's livability, so we'll place this in here. You should visit the Fusiligne Tower before it passed away. That's the loading screen card that tells you to visit Fresco. Honestly, probably the best location in the game. Very good location. A lot of good, like, smaller bits too as well. There's an area around the Fusiligne Tower, which in later free roams I discovered the giant dock that goes up to the mountains where Blackwell's base is. There's the houses next to the hills. It's really, really good. All places in S tier, but below Blue Hill National Park. Now, one location you guys overglaze is Paradise Sands. Honestly, it's too much. It's just too bright. There's a lot of construction. There's a construction yard, obviously. There's a Honey Hotel, which is pretty sick. Honestly, it feels too much. Too much like Miami or whatever, Los Angeles. I don't know. The beach, pretty cool, but I don't honestly use this location that much. Except for the ramp, though. I use the ramp by the observatory just to get a ramp. Jump. Placing in S tier is overrated. Like, the rooftop scaling on Fresco is much. Oh, there's a theme park which is pretty cool and bumps this up a few places. So I'll place it in. And now Uptown. Better than downtown. It's pretty cool. Next to Lego City Airport. It has the museum, and honestly, that like little like dock area where you can like make the ramp jump on the what's it called, the boardwalk, is really, really cool. I love that location. I also love the what's it called, Cheddar Street. There's no way this is real, where you actually drop off Modaluca in the King's Courts chapter. That's a pretty cool location, and right next to Crescent Park. Honestly, this gets an S tier. So this is the tier list, and this is basically giving my more professional, better opinion than LC facts. I'll definitely do a tier list for vehicles, characters, music, so I can replay the game every single time because I need an excuse to do so.